Hello, everyone. My name is Arianna White. I will be going over my senior capstone proposal presentation today, which is all about visual novels. So a quick overview about me. Like I said, I'm Arianna. I am a transfer student from Kauai Community College, where I got my associates in creative media. I went to a high school there, Kapa'a High School, and I am not in any concentration. I'm just general creative media. But I'm also a digital artist and writer, and here you can see a couple of the little illustrations that I've made in my kind of art style. So an executive summary of what I'm going to discuss today. First is my plans for my senior capstone project, which is to create a short visual novel utilizing the knowledge that I learned this semester. And then I'll go over my thesis statement, which is all about how visual novels create immersive experiences through different ways. After that, I'll go over both the objective and the rationale for my research. And then finally, I will address the significance of my project with my research, which is basically to create a visual novel that serves as a basis for future examinations. So my basic plans for my senior capstone is a short visual novel, which is called The Mystery of Beaumont Manor. It is about, I have a lot to figure out still, but it's basically about a detective named Lyra who investigates the disappearance of an elusive mad scientist from his manor, questioning his various humanoid creations to uncover the truth. And the humanoid creations, what I mean, are basically the characters of the story. They're kind of monster human hybrids. So like I have like a moth girl, etc. And when creating this visual novel, I will utilize the knowledge that I gained from my research to maximize any impressions and emotional impact of the story onto any of my players. My thesis statement is that visual novels create immersive experiences that engage players emotionally and shape their moral perceptions through a combination of character design, storytelling techniques, and player interaction. The objective and rationale for my research is, the objective is to examine how character design, storytelling techniques, and player interaction intertwine to shape these emotional engagements and perceptions. And my rationale is to help contribute meaningful research on the effect that visual novels have on players and validate them as a meaningful vehicle for storytelling. So into the significance, I have some of the key points are to contribute to academic discourse, as visual novels are kind of a relatively understudied niche compared to other video game genres, which have had much more academic discussion. So I'd like to help contribute research on this niche topic. Also to validate the value of games in general as a meaningful medium to present stories and connect with the audience. Some other things are to explore different themes such as morality, human nature, and social justice, and to combine the natural engagement provided by video games through their interactivity with the narrative depth of a novel. And some future implications of this is artistic evolution, which can help serve as a blueprint for future creators, and cultural enrichment to help contribute to the existing corpus of games. In terms of some data about visual novels, there are about 4.8 thousand academic articles / papers considering visual novels on Google Scholar, which might sound like a lot, but if you compare to other video game genres, such as adventure games, which has 20,000, or role-playing games, which it has 280,000 results on Google Scholar, you can see that it is quite understudied compared to those genres. However, you can see there are quite a lot of releases of visual novels, 28,000 releases on itch.io, which is a video game, an indie video game platform, and plenty on Steam as well, which are the two graphs on the right. And then in terms, a lot of people ask what a visual novel is. So this graph on the bottom left is taken from an article that went over the different features that games under the visual novel umbrella have. And you can see the most common features of visual novels are that they're narrative focused, they require interactivity, they have background art and static characters, sound effects, music, text box, on-click progression, action menu choices, and dialogue menu choices. So for my target audience, my primary demographic is young adults and teens, as they tend to play more video games. Other aspects might be they might be existing fans of visual novels, or just any gamer interested in story-driven experiences, and also readers of traditional novels who might be interested in switching over. My proposed solution is by analyzing the characteristics of visual novels and how they affect their players, and creating a visual novel with these principles in mind from the beginning, we can show that these characteristics make a sizable impact on the player's experience and enjoyment. And now I will go over my preparation process for the semester. So in terms of, I have this little breakdown of my pre-production, my production, and my post-production. It'll be a very busy semester. In pre-production, I'll write the script, do concept art, and then go over revisions. And then as I get into production, I'll have to draw the actual character sprites, character backgrounds, CGs, which is like special event images for like cutscenes and stuff. Programming, I have to learn RenPy, and audio as well. And then I have most of the semester devoted to the production portion. And then about weeks 13 to 15, I'll start the debugging process and collecting feedback and try to go down the publishing route, which I'll discuss more later. In terms of my deliverable, some technical details is that the visual novel will be presented in the ADV style, which is what the top one is basically, as opposed to the NVL style, which is the layout, the UI layout of the bottom image. And like I said, I will be constructing it in RenPy, which has a cross-platform support, which will help make the visual novel available to the widest audience possible. Some other things about that, on the creative side of my deliverable, my visual novel will contain unique illustrations for the backgrounds, character sprites, and special events, all drawn by me. And my character designs will incorporate the findings from my research. So I haven't finalized any character designs yet because I all want to base it off what I learned from my research. There will not be any voiceovers, but there will be music and sound effects. And to make sure I don't overscope it, the script of the story is pretty short. I'm trying to go for a playtime of under 5 hours so I don't overscope the project. And then in terms of distribution, I mentioned itch.io. That will be the initial distribution for independent game developers. And then if the visual novel receives sufficient positive feedback, I might consider other platforms such as Steam. And thank you very much. That was a basic overview. Now I'd like to open up the floor to any questions about anything I said.